This is Ruben Lowing. It's Thursday morning. Do my little leadership talk here. I just got done loading trailers at the the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank, and I've been doing this for about 3 years, and I've never seen this like it is. They have National Guard troops that are doing the distribution for the food bank, and the cars are lined up around the block to get in there and pick up their food. And then of course the church is in there picking up food. We're doing it twice a month now instead of doing the distribution twice a month instead of once a month. And what I saw with these National Guard guys, I'm sitting there looking at, I could tell this one guy, I could just tell by his mannerisms and the way he carries himself that he's a machine gunner, right? Carries an M60 machine gun. Sure enough, that's what he does, right? Isn't that crazy? But I'm watching these guys, and they're very efficient, right? They're very proactive. They're finding what needs to be done and just doing it. It's incredible, right? But they're a little heavy-handed, just throwing the groceries in the back of the cars or in the trunks. It, they got the right intentions, right? They're helping, but that little bit of finesse is not there, right? And then I just got done talking with Luisa Montalvo, and she was last year's first runner-up in the Toastmasters International Speech Contest. Just like for the whole world, right? But she talks a lot about interracial interaction, right? And she's just very acute on how to communicate with people, especially difficult people. And she can diffuse situations. She's a phenomenon, right? And she has just the deepest understanding. She can read people on a dime. It's pretty phenomenal, actually. I was with a Trail Life one Friday evening, and this homeless girl comes up to the church, and she's looking for help. And I was told that everybody was gone for the weekend, so I took her to Planet Fitness to get a shower, and then I took her to a birthday party with the Trail Life boys to get something to eat, and then this lady paid for this girl's room for 2 nights, but she was real short about it, and the next day, this girl, after having a good night's sleep, food to eat, she had breakfast in the morning at the hotel, and then I took her back to the church to hook up with this pastor that would actually have a place for her to stay, right, in the dorm at this Christian college that was closed for the summer. And she didn't want to go. She wanted to go over and see if she couldn't get a job at this restaurant. I'm like, yeah, you go. You got to take your stuff with you. And I left her there with the pastor. She didn't go with the pastor right away, but then she called me back later, about a week and a half later, and I'm like, yeah, just send her right back to the pastor. And then he found some lady that let her stay with her, and she ended up getting a job, and she got a car, and she got her life back together. Okay, and so eventually she came around, but Luisa read her quick, right away, and so my point to the story is that she's just very acute to how she reads people. And I was telling her that she knows what I'm trying to understand. I'm seeking this knowledge, and she knows it. So she's like these Tibetan monks that go up to the mountains and meditate, and her level of understanding when it comes to people is that way. And that's where I'm trying to be, because we're going to continue to have recruiting of people. Then they're going to go into beta mode because they're doing something new and it's uncomfortable, and then they're going to become on the executive or the witness protection program. Okay, they're and that's why that happens. Okay, so we have to go above and beyond to make them comfortable and keep coming at them with layers, like and recognizing what they do right. And that is the key. And I've seen that happen training in boxing. So when people are doing the right thing, so when people get their policy, now they've laid the very first layer of the financial foundation. Then we start working on their debt management, right? And then to freeing up some money with them, doing a debt roll down, cutting away the excess, right? And then get them start saving some of that money in an emergency fund, all right? A savings account at their bank, or a municipal bond fund, or they got this these other index funds that are liquid. Okay, then there's then they've already started with their retirement planning with their policy, so they have it all together, right? And when you let them know they have it all together, okay, and they can talk to doesn't matter if somebody's a millionaire. If they don't have their financial foundation structured that way, this person who's just getting started is in a great place to talk to them even. Okay, and you got to get them to see that, right? And you have to continually come at people and put a mirror in front of them of what they're doing right. All right, and to the point where that's how they see themselves. All right, so that's my leadership talk for today.